Hey guys. Hey, today we are going live. We got some good stuff today to talk about. If this is your first time checking me out or checking out the replay, I am Tiffany DeAndrea, the founder of EncourageMillions.com, and I'm a real estate investor that flips houses in the hood, and I'm buying back the block. And pretty soon you guys are going to be able to help me do it as well. But today, let's see. I'm trying to get my hey y'all. Today we are talking about social media marketing and wholesaling. I'm back. Once again, if this is your first time checking me out, I am Tiffany DeAndrea, the founder of EncourageMillions.com, an online real estate investing education platform. And today we are talking about social media marketing as a wholesaler. This is what we're talking about. 3 ways to attract more followers on Instagram as a wholesaler. That's what we're talking about today. This entire month, we are talking about social media marketing. So if this is your first time catching me live, I am Tiffany DeAndrea, founder of EncourageMillions.com, an online real estate investing education startup. And I buy homes in the hood, primarily the hood, because I'm trying to buy back the block all over the United States. So thank you, Erica, for joining. Thank you, Lovely, the agent. Thank you, Kirsten. I said it right that time. DJango469, thank you for joining. Hey, Miss Nita Allen, thank you for joining. So today we are talking about 3 ways to attract more followers on Instagram as a wholesaler. But first, before I get to that, I got to tell y'all about my email that went out this morning to some people on my list. You may not have gotten it because I do segments out my emails. I don't, everybody does not get the same email, but some people on my list got an email this morning that told them they should stop doing this. And what this was, I actually posted on my personal Instagram page what I meant by that. But basically, I need y'all to stop canceling out your opportunities beforehand. So stop telling yourself that you're broke. Stop telling yourself that you got your kids to take care of first. Stop telling yourself that, nobody's going to support your business. Nobody is going to give you money for your business. Stop telling yourself you need a lot of money to start your business, because you don't. And I hope today's content helps you understand that you don't. Y'all, you do not need a lot of money to get started. Hey, Flu Ellen Regroup. I think I said that right. But guys, you don't need a lot of money to get started. You don't need to have perfect credit to start in real estate investing. Now, don't get me wrong. We go over this in Flip Your Block Academy. So, I don't think I have any of my Flip Your Block Academy students on right now. But in Flip Your Block Academy, which is my 6-week real estate investing course, we start first talking about finances, and we look at credit repair. I give them debt tracking sheets. I give them a tracking sheet where they can keep up with their things like that. Look, I do all that because sooner or later, if they start out as wholesalers, they might eventually want to get a loan and get a property, and credit will matter. But when you're talking about just starting and you don't have any money, okay? You don't have any money, you need to look into doing wholesaling, okay? Or you need to look into reaching out to your network and getting a private lender. And a lot of us have people in our network that will help us, but we're not asking because we're already telling ourselves that nobody's going to support our business, or we're broke, or we got to do stuff for our kids and this and that. Y'all, I got 2 toddlers, And yes, I would love to play with them every night and get on the ground and let Justice ride on my back and let Zoe talk to me all night about My Little Pony. But sometimes you gotta tell your children to go to sleep so you can get to work. And I don't have a problem telling them that almost every night. I'm just playing. I don't tell them that every night. But I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to build a legacy and you're trying to do all this stuff, I mean, some nights they don't get a bath. Just being real. But they're two toddlers. They'll be okay. Hey, Preston. So today we're going to talk about, I just hop right into it. 3 ways to attract more followers on Instagram as a wholesaler. And hold on one second. Let me record this so I won't have, some people say, oh my God, I didn't get your live. So let me record this right quick. Let me set it up so that it does record. Okay. So we are talking about 3 ways to attract more followers on Instagram as a wholesaler. Now, let me, Preston. So let's start from the top. Now, if you do not, let me just say this first. If you do not know what wholesaling is, if you do not understand the process of wholesaling, I have 18, hold on, let me tell y'all how many wholesaling courses are left. Because if you are in this particular wholesaling marketing month, if you are on my list, I told you that I only had 50 available. So let me tell you how many I have left available right now. Because I gave them away at a discount over the weekend. So if you just joined the list, you may have missed it. But if you do not know what wholesaling is, let me tell you how many I have left. Okay, so we got 35 left. The Art of Wholesaling Masterclass. We got 35 left. If you want to take this course, it's an hour-and-a-half course. It comes with the contracts of wholesaling. DM me on Encourage Millions for the link, so that you can get that course at its regular $67, and you're getting 40% off. But you have to DM me for the link. So if you don't know about wholesaling and you need to know the process, DM me for that link. So the reason why I say that is because right now we're talking about the actual marketing as a wholesaler. So I'm not going to be really going into the process of wholesaling. If you need to learn the process of becoming a wholesaler, DM me for the link to the course. It's about 35 left. Yeah, let me make sure I'm looking at that number right. Yes, it's about 35 left. I only opened up 50 to be bought at a discount. It's 35 left. First come, first serve. Okay, so 3 ways to attract more followers on Instagram as a wholesaler. Number 1, brand representation. Now, I'm not the type for my business. Like, I don't have the pretty looking Instagram because that's just not me. But when individuals go to your Instagram page, well, let's start from the beginning, which is what I told y'all 2 weeks ago. If you are going to be doing any type of business from your Instagram page needs to be public. Let's just throw that out there. So if you have an Instagram page right now that you have been doing business on, and by business, whatever it may be, I'm not even just talking about wholesaling right now. If it is private, you need to make it public, because when you're posting content, it is not going for the world to see. Just so you know that. When you're posting hashtags, you are not being included for the world to see. Okay? So make your Instagram public if it is private. If you do not want people on your If you don't want people on your personal Instagram, get a personal Instagram and open you up a public business Instagram. Simple as that. I have a private Instagram. I have a personal Instagram and a business Instagram, but they're both public because I'm a public person and I am transparent. Okay. Now, so the number one way to attract more followers on Instagram as a wholesaler is your brand representation. So when people go to your page and you're saying you're a wholesaler and you're saying that you buy houses, if I went to your page right now, would I know that by going to your page? So I want anybody on here, if you're a wholesaler, let me know and I'll go over your Instagram page right now on this live. I will audit your Instagram page and let you know some things about it you need to change. Drop a 1 in the comments and I'll do that on this live. But we need to know what you do. So if I go to Preston's Instagram page, I need to know, well, if he was having a business, I need to know what he does. If I go to his Instagram page right now, I will know that he has a daughter, that he loves fitness, things like that. That's a personal Instagram page. But if I went to your business Instagram page, would I know what you do by the last 3 posts that you have on Instagram? Think about that. Hey, Tamika, if I went to your Instagram page right now and you're saying that you have a business, would I know what you do? Okay. What is your last 3 posts about? So if I went to my Instagram page right now, my Encourage Millions Instagram page, my last 3 posts is a meme of me saying what I do. It's a picture of me and my niece when we were painting one of my rehabs. And then there's a promo about the free class that we had last week. So if somebody was to go to my Instagram page and they saw my last 3 posts, they would know, oh, she's a real estate investor. She teaches about real estate investing. Like, they know that from the last 3 posts that I have. Okay. Think about that, because if people, once you start using hashtags and you start trying to attract motivated sellers and cash buyers, your last 3 posts need to at least say what you do. Okay. Another one I just want to touch on, crazy Instagram names. Now, it's okay to have crazy Instagram names. I think for your personal brand. So my personal Instagram page is Ask Tiffany. My business is Encourage Millions. That is not a name that I feel like is crazy, but that's a name that God gave to me in a dream. And so that's the name of my business. That's the name of my website. That's the name of I try to keep it uniform across social media. That's my name on Facebook. That's my name on Instagram. That's my name somewhere on Twitter, but I can fit in. So on Twitter, my name is Encourage Mills. On Snapchat, my name is Encourage Mills. Where else? I'm pretty much Encourage Millions everywhere. My name is also trademarked, and I also have an LLC. So think about your name that you're using. Most wholesalers on Instagram, they have like their name. It might be like Mark Buys Houses, or Mark Flips Houses, or We Buy House, whatever it may be. It can even be your own name, or something like K. Investments. That's a perfect Instagram name. Yes, Preston, I'm going over hashtags. That's number 3. So just think about your Instagram name and your brand representation in everything that you do. Now, the second, content is key. So how are you going to drive motivated sellers and cash buyers to your page? What is your content going to look like? Okay. You got to make sure you're providing value. I know y'all hear that a lot, but I think that matters when you're teaching. But you could provide value in other ways as a wholesaler. So you could post that, you could post about the area that you're wholesaling in. You could do neighborhood analysis. You could put on your page what's up and coming in the neighborhood. What's going to attract a cash buyer to your Instagram page. Think of that. And then when you're making content to attract motivated sellers, you can try to, motivated sellers, you can try to post things about selling a home, the ins and out of that, how the process works. You have to just know that your content is going to attract who it attracts. So if you're posting funny memes about rappers, then it's not really going to attract motivated sellers. You get what I'm saying? So you don't even have to always post like that, but just look at it as, oh, 1 week I'm going to try to attract motivated sellers. 1 week I'm going to try to attract cash buyers. Think of it that way, okay? Another piece of content that you can post to try to attract these people is behind the scenes photos. K. Investment says, I'm just getting started, so memes or info I'm finding is all I'm sharing. Great info tip. Yes, that's a good one. So she says she's just getting started, so memes or info that she finds is all she shares. That's another way to attract people, is by repurposing other individuals' content. Sometimes, like if you check my Instagram story, I might repurpose like the Key Resource. She's a real estate investor who is big on house hacking. I might repurpose her stuff. Who else? Petway Estates. They talk a lot about leveraging other people's money and hard money lending. I will repost their stuff on my Instagram. So that's a really great tool that you all can do. Okay. And posting behind the scenes will let people know, oh, wow. Like if you're a wholesaler and you're like Max Maxwell or all these other guys that are posting when they're going out looking at properties, or if they're talking with the seller, they may ask the seller, is it okay to record that? Any of that stuff is going to attract people to you. If you have your location in your Instagram bio and you're posting this content, sooner or later, a cash buyer or someone that invests in that area is going to want to reach out to you and see if you can help them find a property in that area. Okay. How do I know this? Because I post about Birmingham all the time and what I'm trying to do in Birmingham. And I have people reach out to me and ask me, how can they invest in Birmingham? Okay. So just keep that in mind. Content is key. I know people say that a lot, but it really is. If you want to attract a certain audience to your social media. Now, we went over in class last week about the fact that you need to determine who you are as a brand. You need to determine your target audience, and you need to determine your outlet. How are you going to market? Are you going to market with social media, bandit signs, both? Whatever it's going to be, you need to determine it. So this entire week, we are learning about social media marketing. Okay. Now, let's go on to number 3, which I know a lot of people want to know more about, and that is hashtags. And let me just say this about hashtags. And I'm just about to give away all my secrets because I want you guys to win. Okay. I want you guys to win. And honestly, this content that I'm giving you guys this week is content that I have used for the past, I would say since 2000, I would say since MySpace days. So if you're not familiar with me, I used to be a model and an actress. And I think that I was pretty good with marketing. I made a pretty big brand for myself. And I didn't have an agency or any of that. So all of these, somebody said, what's MySpace? Yeah. All of these things that I'm telling you about marketing is just what I've learned over the past 10, 15 years, okay? Long time. So let's talk about hashtags. This is what you need to know about hashtags. Hashtags is how people are going to find you, okay? So, yeah, I can make a post right now and I can put hashtag real estate investor. But you know that Instagram now gives you the number of like posts that are within that hashtag. You need to be trying to get in posts that have like the smallest number to about 30,000. That's the hashtag you need to target. Not the hashtag that has millions. Because what's going to happen is you're not going to be the top post in that hashtag. If you think about it, or if you look, and I can just look right now. Let's say I look up the hashtag wholesalers or something. Let's see. Okay, like the hashtag wholesaler. If you went and you did the hashtag wholesaler, I don't know if y'all can see this. My phone is broken. But if you did the hashtag wholesaler, this is what's coming up. This is like wholesaler as in people that are selling clothing or that have a boutique. But this is a bad hashtag to put under your stuff because it is 517,000 posts for wholesaler. Now, if we go and we look at wholesaling, let's see, wholesaling houses or wholesaling one-on-one or wholesaling houses full-time, it's about 433 posts. But let me show you something. Y'all see this guy? I don't know if y'all can see him. My light is in the way. But y'all see this guy right here, and right here? He's coming up twice. So, honestly, if I was looking for some wholesalers, look, he's coming up again. He's coming up again. I'm going to go and see what he's talking about. And he's talking about wholesaling in the 904 area code. So if, let's just say a cash buyer was looking up wholesaler and they happen to click on this particular hashtag that says wholesaling houses full time, they would go and they would look at his page to see what he's talking about. And he says that he's wholesaling in this is an example. We're going to use him as an example. He's wholesaling in Jacksonville. This is something I forgot to mention too, but it falls in brand representation. The first thing he puts is that he's creating a win-win solution. We help homeowners. Call me anytime. He has a number there. And he has a website. But this is an example of someone that has their social media branded. Like, we see that he has homes that he's wholesaling. What else does he have on here? He has homes that he's wholesaling. He's talking about the direct mail that he puts out. He's talking about contracts that he's finishing. This is someone that would, if a cash buyer saw him, they would contact him. And guess what? He only has 76 followers.